Hey guys, this is Pastor Mel, and I just need to tell you something real quick. Divorce is real. Furthermore, I decided to have one, and I recommend that you do the same. Yeah, that's right. Divorce yourself from every excuse and every self-imposed limitation that has literally already cost you decades, dreams, and destiny. And don't get me wrong, nothing's more beautiful than unity. That's only when we're unified with the purpose that our Father created us for. And when we're walking within the musical harmony of divine connections with like-minded people. That's people who want what we want and who value what we value and who are more than willing to lock arms with one another to help each other get to where we can get to together through mutual support. Listen, there's something going down right now, y'all. I hope that you don't miss it. If it's in you, then you know who I'm talking to. My partners and I are like family, and this thing we got is thicker than blood because it's made in the spirit. And it's in the spirit that we decided to make some changes. How do you feel about these changes? Are you ready? Let us know if you need a spot at the table. We're about to participate in a halftime of a lifetime. It's winning season. Father's favor.
Hello, 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 and we are back. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode. We are going to talk about how a better life requires a better way. I am your hostess, always doing the mostest, one-star director Tanya Evans Barnes, and we are very excited about the things that is going on with this amazing company that you are getting ready to hear about tonight. So before we go any further, go ahead, click like, click share. Click like and click share. If you are streaming from YouTube, go ahead, click subscribe. We only been talking about this every Monday night, and it's another Monday night, and we're going to talk about it some more until we get it embedded into your brains. And who else to do this awesome presentation is none other than 3-star director Pastor Mel Keys out of San Antonio, Texas. He and his wife, Lady Keys, just threw the biggest shenanigan party conference in the entire world that I've been through ever in my life. Emerald Green was the setting, and I'm telling you, I've been wanting to relocate ever since I've been back. So without further ado, come on, Pastor Mel, come forth and bless us with your presence, big brother.
You know I love me some you. And what a time, what a time, what a time. I mean, we're still in the clouds, literally,
yes,
with all the residue from
and it's not pollen.
Oh,
it was that good teaching
come
that
on.
we got. Oh my goodness, the whole thing. I'm so proud to be a part of Joshua Generation
Praise God.
and can say that y'all did y'all thing in San Antonio, Texas.
It was certainly a collaboration. Shout out to my mentor and coach, Coach D, Deborah Taylor, ambassador.
Yes.
She's pulled us into her space, and we're
Yes.
grateful for the journey, and we're grateful that the partnership from team members all over the country were there.
Yes.
From Washington State, from
Russia,
California, Russia, from New York, from Florida, and everything in between. So folk coming on train, by car.
yes.
I think they were sliding in. Someone was sliding on a glider, you know.
I know I was sliding. I was sleeping. Look, that train ride was amazing. I can't wait to do it again.
I need to do that again. It's been a minute since I've been on the Amtrak, and I need to do that again. So I'm looking forward.
Just get you a sleeper. They crazy.
Oh yeah, gotta do that.
Make sure you get you.
Gotta do that. But listen, here's what we're gonna do. We have a young lady with us today. I'm excited. She's one of the newer parts of our team within the past 6 months, and the Lord has really been working in her neck of the woods. And I'm gonna have y'all to really introduce yourselves. Let me get her in space and in position first. There she is, Miss Demeter. Hey. What's going on, my sister?
Oh, living the dream.
I know you're right about it. And listen, you don't have to close your eyes. You can open yours and see it. And we're excited because I want you to tell us about what's coming up in about a week or so. But first, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we might have a few other guests. And we're just going to chat today about what's going on. The conversation is a better life requires a better way, and we found it. We know that to be true. Let me preface it with this. So much of how we're raised, to go to elementary school, get good grades, and then maybe go to college or join the military or get a trade school. That's not highlighted enough because trade's great.
Right.
And all those types of things. But there's so much miseducation and there's still some things lacking, because I know so many amazing people with great hearts, good work ethic. They took the route, they did those things, and they're still in their rather retirement years or close to it, dissatisfied with the end of the journey, as if they've got the short end of the stick.
Right.
And we found something. We have our hands on something, not as though we've arrived, but we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And the promise is clear and true that if we stay on course and stay on point, God knows if we could have, Lord, if I could have did this, I got started in my work career. Shoot, I was 15. I'm 55 now. So you understand? If I could have just laid that track or my life on this track, then
right.
You see what I'm saying? So I want us to kind of talk from that reference today. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us about what you got planned and what you got cooking.
I always got something going on. Well, first and foremost, my name is Demita Cleveland, and I just made director about a couple weeks ago. So God is good. And I love it when I am involved in something that values my values. And having a faith-based organization that believes in putting God first, including him in the decision-making process, and allowing him to lead you on your journey. That is the most important successfulness testimony that you can give anybody in the whole wide world. And so for me, I am just excited because this is new beginnings. I've been a caretaker to my parents. I laid my parents to rest. The Bible says that when you honor thy mother and thy father, thy days may be long. And so I am rediscovering who I am, because I've had to be so much for so many that now it's about me. Well, Demita loves to travel. And so because Demita loves to travel, because Demita's mother loved to travel, my mother has traveled all around the world. So it was especially during the times where we were not welcome.
Wow.
You don't be traveling because you're not welcome everywhere. And so you had to be safe when you did those travels. And so we just love that free spiritedness that we have going on. And fortunate for me, Maurice, I've been following him for years. And so I had an opportunity to just see how he was traveling. And I was like, wow. And then he was boasting about how inexpensive it was for him to take his whole family. I was like, wait a minute now. And so last year, it was 11 of us that did a 14-day European tour. I'm not even going to tell y'all how much money we spent.
My God.
Had I known about Travorium then, we wouldn't
you would never have spent it.
We did.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, we would not have spent that kind of money like we did. But we still had a blessed event. And that just sparked something in me. I'm missing out. And I'm not being able to see the places that I want to see or go where I want to go because it's so expensive. But now I have this. I have Tavorium that takes me places that only my eyes cannot even fathom. Places that, as Coach D said, you can't even spell them. You can't even pronounce them. But we're going to go to them. Just to see what they're all about, because I just love exploring other people's culture. So next week I'm headed back to Greece, and so I love Athens. I love Corfu, And so when we did our 14-day European tour, we were actually doing a Greek cruise. And because of the weather, we were diverted from the Mykonos over to Corfu. I tell you what, it's a small island with a big heart. We were welcomed. The people embraced us. They were like, come on in, take a seat, take a load off. They were feeding us. We were shopping. It was the most unimaginable place you ever wanted to be. We bought spices. I mean, they just had so much life there. And so that is one of the journeys that we're going back to so that we can partake, because they said the biggest festival that happens in Corfu is Easter. So we'll actually be there the week before Easter when it kicks off and you get to partake in all of that. So we're super excited because they're a faith-based island as well. So, you know, God just keeps putting you in places and meeting you up with people who are still having like values that you have. It's just amazing. And I'm just so excited to just be able to be part of this. And I hope that there are others who are willing to share in the same excitement that I have. And I'm just glad that he put me in this place at this particular time with you all.
Man, what a way to start this out, y'all. If you're watching this broadcast, this presentation, we're just going to chop it up right now. We're talking about a better life requires a better way. And we have found it. We found it in two places. It's like a dual-sided coin, as we say. The first side of the coin is the travel side, where prior to this club, what were we doing? We were paying retail prices. What were we doing? We were doing timeshares. What were we doing? We were running up and stacking up bills on credit cards and all this kind of foolishness. Before Travorium Travel Club, this is what we were doing. But now we're traveling to places that we, as Coach Tanya said, can't spell or pronounce properly, but we can get there, right? And we can get there at a fraction of the price and take people with us. And what a joy. Thank you for sharing that, Demita. Well, I can't wait. Listen, a lot of times people say, well, they hating on you. No, we just going to be celebrating you when you're doing your thing out there. And we want to make sure you, look, tag us in those videos, tag us in all the pics and all that, because we might be in your suitcase. So some kind of way. All right. We got Miss Katrina is in the house. I'm so excited that she was with us before. She's come back on scene and she's pressing through military family. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Katrina, and what it is that excites you about travel, this travel club, and what is it that you see that a better life requires a better way, and why would you say you found it inside of this Travorium Travel Club?
Well, hello, everyone. My name's Katrina. I'm a mother of 4, grandmother of 5. I've been traveling all my life. My dad was in the service, so we got to go to different places. We never went overseas, but we've always traveled. So traveling is in the blood. We always did family. We did family vacations up until COVID, and it kind of put a halt on everything. But we're gonna start those back up and go on family vacations. And so, what better way to start the new year off right? Because I'm kid free. I'm grown. I don't have nobody at home. It's just me. Okay.
Put a praise on.
I ain't got to pay for nobody else but myself. So I'm blessed and glad to be in an empty nest. Okay.
Don't say it too loud. They might hear you.
Right? They're gonna call me in a minute. But I figured that it was time for me to take advantage of what Pastor had Coach Mel had already presented to me in the past. And so, like, you know what? I just need to do it. Get serious about it. Get it, because I told him Sunday, I said, I need to figure out a way to get me some more people underneath me and help them save money. He was like, well, join me on the broadcast. And I'm like, okay, I don't really like to be on the camera. So and when he sent me the link, I said, okay. I said, I'm just going to do it. I'm stepping out on faith and learning how to do things that make me uncomfortable.
That's right.
So being in a business that I really got to see firsthand the love, and David Hart, I met him previously, but I really talked to him this time more on this level. Mm-hmm. Todd Strand gave me some nuggets out in the car before we was leaving. It's just all around, just listening to everyone's story, getting some bits and pieces from everybody, just listening to how they started and how they pushed, even though they didn't feel like it was going nowhere, but they still kept up. They kept the faith. They didn't give up. They didn't let nobody, no family member, no friends deter them. Like, this is fake. It's not real. And those things that you hear, you have to overcome the no's. So learning to overcome those objections and to be a part of a company that's willing to pay you to travel. You can't get that with Expedia Priceline. You're going to pay them more to go travel, but they ain't going to pay you to travel. They're going to talk about rewards, but it ain't going to be a lot of rewards. It's going to take you a lot to get what we got.
That's right.
And David Hart I'm calling him a genius with travel, because he's exponentially just took it to a whole nother level. And when people see the value of it, then it's no way to live but a better life. You only got one life to live. So why waste your time on trying to hold on to something about, when I get out my funds, I'm gonna get it together, baby? You may not be here tomorrow, so you need to come on aboard and let us help you get a better way of life. That's what it's called.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So glad that you came on. I want to highlight that you said you took the step of faith and you made yourself uncomfortable. Listen, guys, if we just did what everybody else was doing, we'll get what they got. And the vast majority of people are not satisfied with their career path from the beginning to the middle to the end. It's not ending where they thought it would end. And this is something that if you're just as faithful, and now it's no lottery ticket. It's no pie in the sky. There's work involved. What is the work? Share with other people what it is that you have your hands on. Just like you share if you went to the mall and got a suit or a dress or a pair of shoes or whatever, you went shopping, and I mean, you love what you got, and it was like, oh my God, the prices were so, and the service was so, man, I love that. Well, you shared that with someone. Well, guess what? They're not going to pay you a red cent. They're not going to give you a dime. But in this right here, when you share this, we went on a double header. I do it every now and then, my wife, but I had to convince her, I had to twist her arm a little bit to do a double header the other night. We saw John Wick, and then we saw Creed, right? So I grew up on movies. I love movies like that. So I had to, but she had a good time and she enjoyed them and whatnot. And we got out of there and we were talking about it and told some folk, Creed never sent me no money. Wick act like he don't know me. You understand what I'm saying? But this right here, when I share this with people, every single Friday we're getting paid. And there's no limitation besides ourselves in how much you can get paid. We have people who have replaced their complete full-time income. We have people who are doubled and quadrupled their. We have people who have earned upwards of more than $1 million in one calendar year in this just simple sharing process. So thank you, Katrina, for being humble enough and wise enough to take the risk, to make yourself uncomfortable. Because if you're out there in corporate America, as most of us are, doing your thing, number one, it's uncertain how it's going to end in terms of if it can even go the duration, because they'll change up on you in a minute. And then secondly, if you do extend your life over the duration of a 20, 30 year, whatever, 40-year period, it still may not be enough to live the lifestyle that you want to live in the first place. But if you take that gift set, you take the talent and the tenacity that you've applied towards someone else's vision in that, and you put it in this, we already know how that looks. So thank you so very much. We got somebody else on. I want to go over here to Miss Chandrella. I don't like to talk in front of people on the camera. I want to go real quick. I'm so proud of her. Miss Chandrella, we got an echo. I want to eliminate the mic. I'm just going to have you to introduce yourself. Where we get? Could y'all? Let me see. I'm getting feedback. Y'all can mute that out somewhere. Why are we still getting? I don't know.
It's her feedback.
Chandrella, do you have two?
No, just I unmuted myself.
Okay. I can hear you. Well, I don't know. I'm having myself.
Yeah,
That sounds like you, Coach.
yeah.
I'm just going to have you to talk. I'm going to mute mine.
Okay. So I'm Chandrella. I think I joined the company last year. I think a couple weeks ago I made director, so I'm excited about that. And my long-term goal, I've been thinking about it for a minute, is to go part-time because I'm in the medical field, doing echovascular ultrasound. And so I want to be able to go part-time and spend some more time with my kids. I stay in the back office looking for trips that me and my kids can go to. So I'm going to start doing some staycations. And I have a trip to Puerto Vallarta that me and my sister are going to go to, hopefully in June.
I love it. I don't know why I'm getting this echo, but we'll work through it. Can y'all hear me without the echo now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Chandrella, I don't know what it does with ours being open. But anyway,
you know what it is? It's the enemy trying to deter us from getting this information out here. But it's going down, y'all. Listen up, I'm telling you.
You see what I'm saying? There you go. But Chandrella, I'm so proud of you because even more so than Katrina in her confession, not being one who likes to be in front on the camera, so forth and so on. I know that's been you. But I have really seen you blossom over the past 3 or 4 months doing some things that I know that you were uncomfortable with, but you've done that. So I got to give both of y'all a big round of applause. That's amazing. And that's what growth is about, y'all. We will never grow, ever grow, doing the same thing that we're comfortable with. You got to be able to put yourself in a space doing something different to get something different. So thank you. Let that be a testimony to someone else in the very same way. Well, Minister Carolyn, we know you're not shy. We know you're not shy. However, we want you to tell us a little something about yourself and why is it and how is it that you've identified this travel club as a means that steps into the space that a better life is a better way. How is it that you have found that better way in this? You come from a corporate America background. You have vast experience in working at the top levels of corporate America. What's so better about this?
It kind of hits, and thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. It kind of hits me at the core, right? You go through life, like you said, I have been in corporate America. I've been around. I've been in blue collar jobs, white collar jobs. I've been in educational system, got the bachelor's, 3 master's degrees, so I have been around and involved, but Travorium hits you at the core. Since a child, I wanted to go to Paris, France. Okay, Travorium has given me that opportunity. I'm going to Paris this year. Okay. Travorium has taken me out of my comfort zone. I've always achieved and achieved well, right? Maybe because I do talk and I am shy. So I don't know how God put those 2 combinations together, but I really am. I am shy, but it's given me the opportunity to go places, to meet like-minded people, to come out of my shell, to take the risks of booking a hotel stay not far from where I live, just because I did not want to go all the way home tired, close to my job. And I ended up spending the night there with breakfast included, right? I would never have done anything like that without Travorium. I did my first world tour last year. I've been in the business 10 months. And when I went to the world tour, I went to New Orleans. I didn't know Miss Tanya Evans. I didn't know Miss Sasha Evans. I saw them on the screen. But when I got there to New Orleans, we met up. We not only met up, we roomed in the same room. We got to really know one another. It was great. And just being around like-minded people, I became more outside of my shell. These ladies are younger than me. I'm not going to tell you about how many years, but they're younger than me. And we just cohabitated. Mm-hmm. We didn't get in each other's way. Mm-hmm. It was 3 of us in one room. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. And we did a tour together. It just was great to be
Okay.
around like-minded people. I had my first conference out there in New Orleans and just experienced a lot of things in Travorium. And I just want to say this other one thing with flying. Now, I know Travorium is not, they don't have any discounts on flying, right? We have to basically compete with, you know, them other folks that's out there that ain't really got no travel connection at all.
Right.
So we get pretty good deals with that. But my fear was traveling on the plane. And when I traveled to New Orleans, I had to get on the plane. I was afraid.
Wow.
And then we went to San Antonio just last week, getting back on Monday. That was an amazing experience. And we did that. The Holy Spirit spoke to my spirit, you know, and said, when it's your time, it's your time. Whether you want sea, land, air, it don't matter. It's your time.
Right.
But it didn't take away the total fear until I hit some turbulence. And I was afraid, and I thought about what God said. And then he spoke to my spirit again. And he said, ride the wave. Just ride the turbulence. He brought the story of the Laraknadon that Paul experienced with all these prisoners on the ship and how that destroyed their ship. But they all made it to land. Nobody was injured or hurt. Right. So he really calmed my spirit with that. So it's taken me out of my comfort zone. It's hitting me to the core where I am willing. I can't wait to go to Dubai next week. Okay. That's a 15-hour flight. And I can't wait. I am riding the turbulence. I'm riding the flight. Okay. And this is what Travorium has done for me. It has breathed new life. Hit me at my core. So come on in, y'all.
That's good.
Only going to be better.
So what I'm hearing you all say is, in next week alone, we got members as yourselves who are going to be in Greece, members such as yourselves who are going to be in Dubai, following suit, members who at the end of the year are going to, where you going, T?
I'm going everywhere, but I got like 4 vacations on the books for this year because, you know, this is my year of first. So I'm doing a lot of first this year. So I'm going to go somewhere, anywhere, staycation, homecation, away vacation. I'm doing it once a month this year. So I already went to the Outer Banks in January on a getaway, 8 days, 7 nights, $73.49 for that. Had a 1-bedroom suite. Y'all saw it. See, I see people looking on my page and things. Then February, I went and hung out with one-star director Marcy Thomas in Atlanta, Georgia. And then we went to the Georgia Aquarium, but that was a free trip. I just had to cover the taxes on that one. And then March, of course, we was in San Antonio.
Come on.
April, I'm gonna go touch down home in Cleveland, Ohio. May, the Morocco trip is on the books because I want to go to the motherland. So the May trip, that's still up in the air because the passport still ain't got here yet. But I was gonna do. I talked to David Hart and I was like, "So you gonna throw some Montego, some extra rooms?" Because I missed out on the Montego Bay. But July, I'll be in Vegas. That's on the books on another getaway.
I'll meet you there.
And I decided I was going to extend it because, of course, our 2-star ambassadors, Daryl and Maria Roberts, they're having an event. So my trip was from the 7th to the 14th. So I said, hey, I'm already in Vegas.
Already there.
Gonna hang out with Cheryl Black and Verna Culpepper. Might as well extend it and get some education out of it. Because why? It's a write-off.
Tax deductible.
It's a write-off. The train ride was a first for me. I spent 2 days on the train when I came to San Antonio, Texas. And as long as I got me a sleeper, then I'm good. I don't do coach. And the fact that I can do all of these things, not only get paid for it, but to write them off, because Uncle Sam say it's a business expense. Like 1 and 1 plus 2 equals 2 all day around. There's nothing you can say or change that 1 plus 1 equal 2. So it's really like a no-brainer. I pay bills. I've been paying bills since I was 18, you know, on my own. The bills never gave me Nathan back. I'm not going to say nothing, Nathan back. But look, the following month, I still had to pay that same bill with or without a job.
Residual bills.
residually. They want we got residual bills, y'all. It makes sense to have residual income.
Absolutely.
Because the bills don't care whether you work or not. They still coming.
That's it. That's it. You got it. Well, listen, y'all, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to give us some closing comments. Let me give you mine, in that I want to honor you and thank you for being a part of Team Joshua Generation. I'm so godly proud of y'all. I don't know what to do. And we are a great part of Team Legacy. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. We are positioned for success and greatness. And the thing that I love about it, Damita, you alluded to it, with a like-mindedness. We have so many kingdom-minded individuals on our team. It's like it's the fabric of who we are. In fact, about to get ready, I'm going to be jumping on, and I encourage you, if you're able, to jump on our Faith Leaders Call with led by Coach D, and my mentor, Apostle H.D. Wilson, is going to be leading that call as well. I'm very excited about hearing how they're putting that together. So that's why I changed the times. I changed the time. This call for the past 3 years has been at 7 o'clock Central. But I think the Holy Ghost convicted me, said, you know what? You might want to make this change. All right. So I'm making a change. So I'll be on that call. But I want to give everybody an opportunity to just give us your closing comments. I honor each one of you. May God give you safe travels to and fro. May you see dreams come true, and many memories be made that will become a valuable part of the legacy that God has given each and every one of you. Thank you so very much for your time this evening. Let me get Chandrella to close us out with a few comments, and I'm going to mute myself out so we can hear you.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited that I joined the club. The thing that was so amazing for me was meeting Miss Carolyn and Miss Tanya, and Daryl and Maria Roberts, and Todd and his wife. And I'm just excited. I've been in a couple of businesses, and I've never met anyone from the top, and Coach D. And so I'm excited, and I'm just taking my family up to the top and hoping to see everybody there.
Love it. All right, Miss Katrina.
Just do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Ready to go. Let's go.
Hey, keep it simple. Let's go. All right. Shy person, Minister Carolyn. Yeah, right.
All I have to say is, if it makes dollars, it makes sense, y'all. Don't hesitate.
That's it. I like that. Miss Damita.
The best advice that I can give you is live your moment for today. Tomorrow's not promised. And so every day is a new beginning, and you need to start somewhere. Why not here?
I love it. I love it. Coach Tanya, take us home.
Listen, you all have heard from these amazing people, from our leadership, Pastor Mel Keys, all the way down to our shy sister, Minister Carol, although ain't a shy bone in her. I just want to leave you guys with this. Like Damita said, tomorrow is not promised. Matter of fact, the end of this day is not promised. Sometimes a prophet is not honored in their own home. If somebody shared this broadcast on their page, if somebody asks you to take a look, especially if you claim to love these people, if you love them, take a look at what they're doing. We are not trying to get anything from you. We are definitely trying to get something to you. Everybody's already doing what they're doing right now. Why not get paid for it? Like I said before, having multiple streams of income is not a necessity anymore. It's a must. So I'm going to say, get in where you fit in. Let's see you at the beach and at the bank, because there's plenty of social distancing here at Trevorium. So get in where you fit in.
All right, ladies, y'all have a blessed evening. I'm going to put on this video as we end out, and we'll see you on the next call. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Your first name is about you, but your last name is about us. Legacy. There's power in your name. Power in your name. McDonald's is a last name. Abercrombie and Fitch, last names. Armani is a last name. Baskin Robbins is a last name. Chrysler is a last name. Fisher Price, Gucci, Hennessy, Harley Davidson, Hilton, Honda, Kohl's, Kraft Foods, Lowe's Movie Theater, Marriott is a last name. Maybach is a last name. Nordstrom is a last name. Pillsbury is a last name. Porsche is a last name. Procter & Gamble, 2 last names. Rolls Royce, Charles Rolls Henry Royce, last names. Turner Broadcast System, Ted Turner, last name. Versace, last name. Wells Fargo, Henry Wells, William Fargo, last name. Walgreens, last name. Wrigley's, last name. Welch's Grape Juice, last name. Here you are, you think you're buying a product. You are not buying a product, you're buying a name. You think you're wearing a product. Hey, look at this product. No, you're saying, look at this family. And what you don't know is while you're making every family rich, you're making yourself broke. So you done went to one family called Wells Fargo and got $200,000 so you can go to another family called Rolls Royce so you can give them money and get yourself a car so you can go back to the hood and see the Joneses and say, look at what I got. Meanwhile, Wells Fargo, their family's sitting up being rich, and Harley Davidsons and Rolls Royce are being rich, and the Joneses are sitting there holding up people's stuff saying, look at what we did and we broke. What if I told you that your blessing is attached to your name? That part of the reason why you're not wealthy yet is because you keep trying to make Yolanda wealthy. You keep trying to make Tasha wealthy. What if you made Johnson's wealthy? What if you started thinking about your kids? What if you started thinking about your legacy? What if God started dropping Canaan and opening up windows of heaven? Because now you're not just thinking about you, you're thinking kingdom. There are some people who are attached to you who say, Mama, can you do something with this name? There's some people who are saying, Dad, can you do something with this name? Maybe God gave you the name to change and reverse some of the stuff that the name meant one day. I wish there was somebody in this room that say, my name